Test, test, 1 2 1 2. What's going on, team? It's Ricky with TechBud Solutions. I hope that you guys are all having an amazing start to 2022. Happy New Year. And for those that are joining us for the first time, I go live every single Sunday, normally at 6:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, and I break down the top 10 stocks that you guys see valid. First off, please make sure if you ever want to tune on into one of these live sessions, all you literally have to do is subscribe, and I upload new videos every single day. So I hope that out of the 10 stocks that we talk about today, you can cherry pick, a few of them that meet your criteria and then add it to your watch list, set effective alerts, and follow up with that stock when it makes sense. I'm going live a little bit earlier today, obviously, for those that are part of LPP and or follow me on Instagram. If you guys don't follow me, all the information is in the description of this video. It's my birthday, so I turned 27 today, and yeah, I'm not doing anything crazy, but I'm gonna be having dinner with some friends, so that's exciting. I feel like I was actually talking to my girlfriend about it today. I don't know if you guys would all agree, but as you get older, right? I just remember always looking back as a little kid, you'd always look forward to your birthday, but as you get older, it's just like, dang, something you don't really look forward to anymore as you get a little bit older. But nonetheless, I'm very excited. Thank you guys for all the birthday wishes. I truly do appreciate it. And I'm going to say what's up to a couple of people that are tuning on in right now. And again, if you guys want me to break down your top stock, all I literally ask you to do is to share it in the live chat, and please, if possible, post it in the ticker call out format so I have a better understanding of your trade plan. So what's going on, Perry? What's going on, Sandra? What's going on, Chad, Brian, Samim? What's going on, Francis, Blaze? We got Elder Prajwal. I'm really sorry if I chopped that one up. Devon, what's up? What's up? Use knives every day. Thank you. I appreciate that. Tobias, Darla, William, Jay, Domerk, the Mad Catter. What's going on, William? What's up, Brian, Isabel, Isaac, Eddie? What's up? What's up? I appreciate it. Happy birthday. Thank you, guys. I really do appreciate it. So, but let's make it a good Sunday stock talk. Any stock that you guys want me to break down, please share it in the live chat and let's break it down. So I'm gonna get started with, I think I saw PFE, and we need to talk about Tesla. I'm sure a lot of you guys already heard the news of Tesla for their Q4 beating their expectation. So that's definitely something that we'll talk about. So PFE, which is Pfizer, if I'm not mistaken, has been a really popular stock as it's been very, very bullish. Looking a little bit more on the overbought side, one thing that I always take into consideration, especially if you're part of our Learn Plan Profit group, is opportunity cost. Does your upside outweigh your downside, and is it still indicating continuous signs of an uptrend? So from where we're at right now to previous highs, that's about a 4% upside. If it goes back to the moving average, that's an 8% downside. I don't see the risk to reward ratio to really be there, but again, to each their own. If you see value in Pfizer and you think that it's still going to remain bullish, then great, go for it. Just make sure that if we break below EMA and or if we begin to indicate signs of a descending pattern, as it's kind of been doing, right? So it peaked at $61.71, but ever since then, it's kind of been making lower highs and lower lows. We are above EMA line. Yes, it does look somewhat promising, but understand that this could be a false reversal. The MACD, the RSI is already looking a little bit more on the overextended. Now what we really need to follow is, indicators are useful, but they're never 100% correct. Let's look at that price action and let's ask ourselves, is it actually still indicating signs of, an uptrend, and or is it going to begin to pull on back because of, this descending pattern that has going on? So the reason I want to talk about Tesla is, this is definitely not Tesla. Tesla is definitely going to be something that you're going to want to pay attention to tomorrow. The reason why is I'm sure it's based off of, it's all in their news. So let's see, and you can look a little bit more into it. So Tesla reports 87% growth in annual vehicles. It's insane. So they reported for their Q4, and they released the numbers of how many vehicles they were able to sell, right, and fulfill for Q4, and they blew it, out of the park. They absolutely killed it. And the reason that we're talking about this is Tesla did not look cheap, right? Tesla was losing its momentum. Let's be, realistic. It was very oversold. Our Learn Plan Profit team did a very good job buying at the oversold level. When it began to indicate signs of an uptrend, we loaded up on it. It became overbought. Some people began to sell. Now, this news comes out about the Q4, right? So now we have to be aware that this news is going to most likely act as a positive catalyst, meaning that because of those numbers and those results, more attention is going to be, guided towards Tesla, which would make sense that the price action would then begin to follow in a, bullish sentiment. So with that being said, Tesla pre-market session tomorrow, especially if you're part of the Learn Plan Profit group for our live trading session tomorrow, this is going to be something that I'm going to be paying attention to as it killed it for Q4 and how many vehicles they sold. So I think that that's something that, if you're going to be asking the question tomorrow, why is Tesla going up? What's causing this push? Now at least you understand what is that, positive catalyst. So let's go ahead and break down the other one. So we got right here with Target. Okay, and yeah, let's follow up with it. I'm super pumped about following up with the Tesla. So there's MZ approval. All right, so we got OLGN. What's going on, Michael? QLGN. My bad. Here we go. So this is the third one that we've broken down. I'm not the biggest fan of this. Again, just because I don't trade something doesn't mean that you shouldn't. All I'm here to say is that this is a continuous descending pattern. It does have its moments where it looks like it gets manipulated, it shoots up, and then it pulls right on back. Its true direction for QLGN is bearish. I'm not here to try to take this very high risk, high reward type of play. The time that it does make sense to take advantage of this opportunity is when it's bullish and when it's actually indicating signs of an uptrend. If you want to pay attention to this, if you want to set an alert, do it. But to take a position early, especially as something is selling off, that just really wouldn't make much sense, right? It pushed up to highs of $3.25 and then it sold off to 88 cents. Understand that there's huge risk with playing with these very aggressive moving plays. And if you're a beginner, probably not something that, you want to completely mess around with, especially if you're newer to locking in profits, averaging up, and also cutting losses. So Richard, is that the Webull trading platform? It is. Yep, it's just the platform that I use. You don't have to use it. It's just personally what I use. What's going on, Jamie? I appreciate that, man. Yeah, thank you. DKS, here it goes. What's going on, Eric? So DKS, here we go. So Dick's Sporting Goods, definitely a very trendy one. Has been pulling on back ever since its highs of 140, approaching support level at around $100. You guys could see that around $100. It was getting rejected. It established its support level right around $100 and is now beginning to indicate signs of an uptrend. This does not have the most volume. It's not bad, but you can see kind of those choppy candles. So please be aware of that. On the day chart, I think you could see this a little bit more clearly where, it pulled on back, became very oversold. We could add this to my oversold watch list, and now it's working towards making a recovery, right? It doesn't have to make a full recovery, and it still has a lot to prove. We're still trading below the moving average. This is going to be a challenging one to be able to break above 118, and not just break above it, that's one thing, but actually break above it and hold, right? Just like we did over here, where we break above, we pull on back, we establish a support level, and we continue to rally. That's what we want to see. We don't want something to push up and then it just drops and then drops right back again, right? There's no higher highs and higher lows there. So please be aware of that. I feel like this is definitely at a price point where we're going to want to pay attention, especially if we're waiting for that proper confirmation for that overall reversal. From DKS of where we're at right now, if it were to make a recovery to around 144, that would be about a 25% ROI, right? So let's be aware of that. Alrighty, so we got Rivian, pretty popular stock right now. So let's go ahead and break it down. Alrighty, so we got Rivian stock. I'm not the biggest fan of IPOs. I've talked about it many times. I actually made a video about it. A lot of people didn't like it because it didn't talk bad about Rivian. It's not about that. It was about a statistic that, on average, when a stock IPOs within the first week, on average, it shoots up 16%. But on average, an IPO within the first 6 months only shoots up 6%. So there's a discrepancy. It means that in the first week, it tends to be hyped up as the stock is relevant. Rivian was beyond hyped up, right? It hit highs of nearly 180. Now it crashed to lows of 88. Think about that. Think about losing 50% of your position, of your value. That is the hype behind an IPO. Rivian right now is trying to establish its support level, and it looks like it's doing a decent job right around $100. But one of the questions that I always like to ask myself, and that I always ask our Learn Plan Profit members to ask themselves, right before you're about to take a position, ask yourself, what is your intention? Is it to day trade, to try to make money right now, or is it to swing trade or invest to make money later? If you're trying to make money right now, it would not make sense to touch Rivian stock. Because why? It's not indicating signs of an uptrend. So how could you expect, just because it's somewhat cheap, to make money right away? It's consolidating. It's not indicating signs of higher highs or higher lows or anything like that. That's why we set effective alerts. And if you want to day trade something that can make you money tomorrow, then you need to make sure that you're at least choosing to take advantage of an opportunity that's bullish currently, right? Swing trading, obviously, we're at a good price right now based off of where we were before, but we're not really indicating signs of an uptrend. So this is where the alerts come in, adding it to your watch list, and then following up with it when it makes sense. So Rivian stock, definitely, I see why you're paying attention to it based off of previous price points. I don't think it's worth taking advantage of right now, as it's not indicating signs of an uptrend. That's just my 2 cents. Ticker symbol SoFi. Now let's go ahead and break it down. So we're doing, yeah. I appreciate that, Enrique. Thank you. Let's go ahead and break down SoFi. So I'm going to break down 5 more stocks. So again, if you guys want me to break down your stock, smash that like button and share in the live chat whatever stock it is that you want me to break down. So SoFi, let's look at this on the day chart just so it could be a little bit more clear. This is a very, very popular stock for a lot of our Learn Plan Profit traders. Some people like trading ascending uptrend patterns, meaning patterns that are consistently uptrending, kind of like Apple, right? And some traders really like horizontal patterns. There's no right or wrong. It's just whatever you work best with. This is almost like, and you guys can let me know what you think, but think of any other stock that's publicly traded that almost has a perfect horizontal textbook setup like SoFi. Look at this horizontal support. All the supports that it's established before, it breaks above EMA, pushes up to the same resistance level right around 24, gets rejected, drops right back down, establishes support level, consolidates, breaks above EMA, makes higher highs, touches that resistance level, $23, $24, right? Pulls right on back. What are we doing now? We're at previous support levels. Patterns tend to repeat themselves. They don't always have to. This is why I always like to make these videos. You don't have to overcomplicate trading. You don't have to trade every day. You don't have to trade every stock that everyone else in your Reddit group chat is trading. The beauty behind trading is that you get the opportunity to choose what to take advantage of. And there's nothing wrong with being selective, especially in 2022. Ask yourself, what was a big mistake of 2021? A lot of people would say over trading too much hype and chasing. Why not try to, if you're trying to experience a different result, then implement different best practices to at least work towards getting that different kind of result, right? So with that being said, I have my overall alerts set right on over here. I would love to follow up with SoFi once it begins, just like we saw last time. Once it begins to indicate signs of an uptrend, it begins to trade above $16.70, around $17. And then once we break above $17.50, right around the moving average, again, with this alone, with where we're at right now and previous highs, that's about 47%. 47% margin. Think about this. Out of the 47%, I'm not a perfect trader. I don't know if you are, right? But I'm not. So out of the 47% margin that I have to work with, I would watch my position size, I would set my alerts, and I would only buy more when it begins to indicate signs of higher highs and higher lows. And I would do it in a very gradual way. Out of 47%, if I walk away with 15 or 20%, that's a successful trade. It's not about I need to make 47.81% on every trade. You get what I mean? It's like I feel like beginner traders have that mentality where they feel like they need to know. It's just like, be consistent. If you're going to do anything in life, be consistent and make sure that it's calculated. What's your upside versus your downside? Are you managing and mitigating risk? All questions that you should be asking yourself. So I'm very excited about SoFi, and I'm excited to follow up with it. So let's go ahead and do it. So yeah, I made a breakdown, ticker symbol, beat. All right, and then we got NVIDIA. Let's go ahead and break that down. So we got, all right, let's see. I actually broke down, so Isaac, if you can stop spamming, I want to give other people a chance. I already broke down a stock for you. So KMX, and then what was the other one? And then beat. All right. So here we go. Okay, I'm definitely not the biggest fan of this at all. Consistent descending pattern, lower highs, lower lows. Again, if something is consistently losing money, what makes you think that this thing's just going to randomly shoot up? It's not that you can't make money with it, but looking at its track record, what would make you think that this thing has to recover? I would completely stay away from that. I don't even want to overcomplicate it. Yeah, I'm just going to go away from that one. Direction is so important. So this is KMX. Alrighty, so this thing is indicating signs of an uptrend after selling off for quite some time. I'm going to look at this on the day chart. Okay, so it sold off, hit lows of $5. It's been trying to make higher highs, higher lows ever since then. 4-hour time frame. We can see that it recently pulled on back. Very, very low volume. First off, I would not trade this. Oh, it's not even the right one. Yeah, CARMAX. My goodness, my apologies. I was like, I wouldn't even trade the other one because it had such low volume. CARMAX, completely different setup. I actually have this one in my watch list already, my oversold watch list. If you're part of LPP, I talk about this literally all the time. It's a very bullish company. It has its highs, its lows, its highs, its lows, its highs, its lows, its highs, and then its lows. Right now, patterns tend to repeat themselves. They don't always have to. We're waiting for confirmation. We're trading below the moving average on the day chart. I would like to wait for proper confirmation. If you decide to buy in early, you better be good at risk management, and your position size better be something of, someone that bought in early. If you buy in early and expect that it needs to recover right away, that's a very naive way to approach something like this, right? So set your alerts, add it to your watch list if you see value in it, and follow up with it when it makes sense. I like it because of how consistent it's been and because of how cheap it is right now. So if it does recover, it has decent upside, 17%. Even if we capture 10% of that, that would be a step in the right direction. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's go ahead and break down two more stocks, and we will call it a Sunday stock talk. Alrighty, so here we go. We got alrighty. Do ATN. All right, we got quite a bit of you here. So ATN and HUD, let's see if those are good. I'll break them down quickly. Nope, descending pattern, lower highs, lower lows. I'm gonna do another one. I really don't, wait. I don't know if it was that one, dang it. All right, let's break down another one. The other one was HUD. So let me break that one down real quick. HUD, super oversold, right? Pushed up to highs of 1657. I don't like trading stocks like this. If you like to, then it's up to you. It has its highs, it rallies, and then when it drops hard. It just recently had a rally at highs of 1650, and then it's trying to establish its support level right around that moving average. Again, patterns tend to repeat themselves. They don't always have to. So I see why you're paying attention to it because of how cheap it is, because of where it's been. But again, if I were to ask you the last time that it pushed up, when would it have made sense to have purchased HUT as it was selling off? Was it when it was selling off? Was it down here? Or was it when it was actually indicating signs of an uptrend? You ask yourself that same question. Right now, it's consolidating. If it's, if you're part of LPP, the 3 stages of a reversal: rejection, consolidation, and confirmation. Right now, we're in the consolidation phase, or maybe even still the rejection phase, but we're definitely not indicating signs of an uptrend. So one thing I'm going to do right on over here is, just like we know there's 2 sides to every opportunity, I'm going to set my alerts. I'm going to set the alert also for the break below that moving average, just so I can stay up to date. And I'm going to add it to my oversold watch list. With this, I can follow up with it on a weekly aspect. I don't need to overcomplicate it, and I can continue to go along with my week. And if this thing begins to, present the opportunity of it beginning to recover, then guess what? I can always follow up with it when it makes sense. So once it does break above VMA and based off previous highs, that's about 75% margin. So again, if you have that much margin to work with, 75%, why are we in such a rush to jump into it, right? So, all right, so we got Chewy and PayPal. Let's see if I can break these down just this quick. I'll do a little bit more than just 10 stocks. So Chewy right now, Lower highs, lower lows, direction's not in your favor. It was very bullish. It was very consistent. It peaked, and now its direction has been changing. A little hint or tip that I've given to our LPP team is this moving average. If you were to put an arrow behind it, right, or in front of it, what direction would it be pointing? Well, when it was bullish, if you were to put an arrow right here, right, it would be indicating signs of an uptrend. Right now, it's the exact opposite. If you were to put an arrow here, it would be a descending pattern, lower highs, lower lows. Why would you want to put money in something that's selling off? So because of that, I'd have to say I would wait. Add it to your watch list if you see value in it. Set those effective alerts, but until then, I wouldn't touch it. Same thing with PayPal. PayPal, very oversold, very cheap based off of previous highs. It was very bullish, but cheap doesn't mean that it can't get cheaper. Look at all these alerts. I have it in my oversold watch list. I am watching it. Do I think that it has to recover right away? Of course not. It's been selling off for some time, but when it does, just know that that's when I'm okay with taking action. From when we do wait for confirmation above EMA to previous highs, that's 57%. Again, the goal in 2022, at least for me, is not to be perfect. It's just to be better. So what steps can you take today to benefit you tomorrow? I think I can speak for a lot of us. Position size and waiting for confirmation are two simple steps we can all take in effort to avoid those poor quality trades that we unfortunately jump into and end up regretting later. I like the PayPal setup just like I like a lot of other setups, but if something's not indicating signs of an uptrend, then why jump in? We have 57% margin to work with. Understand that there's margin, there's cushion for error. Even if I capture 20 or 30% of that, that means that I can wait up until here, right? I can wait until 200. At 222, I can wait for true confirmation. I don't need to force my entry. If you're so certain that a stock has to recover, then I challenge you to wait for confirmation. Do your future self a favor and don't just think about, I need to make money right now. I need to trade right now. Make sure that your actions today benefit you tomorrow. And sometimes no action is better than taking advantage of a trade and then end up regretting it, right? Keeping trading simple. That's our focus for 2022. So I really do appreciate you guys' time. I have a dinner reservation at 6 o'clock with my friends, of course, for my birthday. So I'm very grateful and very thankful to kick off the new year with all of you guys. I appreciate your guys' time. I hope that I earned your thumbs up in this video. Friendly reminder, right? To kick off the new year, we have that swing trading challenge that we have going on, and it's going to be starting tomorrow. I trade live every single day, the only team that I work with on a closer basis. It's an all-inclusive lesson library, and it's the all-new Learn, Plan, Profit 2.0. It's the first link in the description. You can refresh your screen. It's the first link in the description below. We have over 70 brand new full HD videos with closed caption in Spanish. I trade live every single day, my daily live trading sessions exclusive to the Learn, Plan, Profit 2.0 team. And of course, you're going to have questions as you're learning how to trade. I am there for you 24/7. And it's a private and exclusive group chat only with the Learn, Plan, Profit traders. So again, the quality of information being shared is just next level. I really do appreciate you guys' time. I hope that earned your thumbs up. If you're going to join us tomorrow at Market Open for our live trading session, set your alarms. And again, make sure to click the link, the first link down below, and we'll see you at Market Open. Until then, like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note.